Hey guys, it's Daniela. So this week's theme on 7 Wowzerfying Girls is CrAzY. So since I'm literally filming this video at the very last minute, meaning the night before it's supposed to go up, and I wanted to actually post a video this week on time since it hasn't happened in a long time, I decided to not make a skip video this week because I wouldn't have time to do that if I wanted to post on time. So I'm just going to make a talking video, and I'm going to be telling you guys some crazy things that happened to me / are happening to me. So the first crazy thing that I want to address is the fact that I actually think that now is going to be the start of me actually being on a schedule for 7 Wowzerfying Girls. Oh my wowzers, that's crazy, because usually it's either I miss a video or I post really late. Like last week's video was literally posted yesterday, but as I'm recording this I haven't even uploaded it yet, and I will like immediately after I film this. But anyways, yeah, it was posted really late, but I'm actually on a schedule now, and for the next 2 weeks after this, well actually it's not really going to be 2 weeks, but for my next 2 videos after this, I'm actually going to be out of town. But instead of missing videos those weeks, I'm actually going to pre-film videos, and that's because I'm on summer break and I actually have the time to do that. And I feel like summer break is a good time to actually start this schedule thing, this actual being consistent thing, because I have time and then I just need to maintain it when school starts. So yeah, so that's a crazy thing. I'm actually posting on time this week, which I'm shook about because I haven't actually uploaded a video on here on time in 4 weeks. That's almost a month, and then before that it was like several months since I last posted a video not late. So yeah. So the second crazy thing that I want to address is something not as exciting, but it's crazy. And it happened 6 days ago. And I lost my barf streak 6 days ago. Basically, but another crazy thing going along with that was that I actually think I know the reason why I lost my barf streak. So here's the story. Okay, so basically, before I get into the story, I'm going to tell you the reason why I think I lost my barf streak, and now it all makes sense. Okay, so you want to know the reason why I lost my barf streak? It was a scallop that made me lose it. Now you're probably wondering, Daniela, why did the scallop make you lose your barf streak? Like, why wasn't it just something else you ate or something? Like, you're crazy. Like how did you figure that out? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the story and why I think that it was a scallop that made me lose my barf streak, even though that wasn't the primary thing of my dinner the night before. But basically we had gone out to eat at a seafood restaurant, and my brother ordered scallops, and I tried one of his scallops, and that's what caused me to lose my barf streak. And I'm going to tell you why I think it was that, instead of what I had gotten and basically what my actual main dish was. So, a little while ago I had a thriving barf streak, which you probably all know about if you've been watching me for a long time. And that was a little while ago, and it was thriving. It was well over 2 years. I hadn't barfed in like well over 2 years, and my streak was thriving so well until 4 months ago, or 4.5 months ago, almost 5 months ago. I lost it, and the night before we went to it was like a Japanese seafood steakhouse restaurant thing, and it was a hibachi restaurant. The food was really good, but that time and also the time that happened last week, my brother got scallops. That's what he ordered, and then we tried each other's food, and I then realized that every time I eat a scallop, I lose my barf streak. and it's a thing, and I looked it up, and I'll get to that in a second. But anyways, so it was about 4.5 months ago, and I ate at a fast food restaurant, seafood restaurant. It wasn't fast food, it was seafood restaurant. It was, yeah. So we went out to eat, and then the food was really good. But then the next morning, I lost my barf streak, and I lost it at 2 years, 8 months, and 8 days. That's how long it was before I lost it. And then last week we went out to eat at it was a different restaurant. It was a seafood place, and it was really good. Like I've actually been there before, so I've been to that restaurant like several times before, and the food is really good. So like we went back again, and then this time the same thing happened. My brother and I tried each other's food and stuff. Okay, so sorry about the random jump thing or whatever, the random interruption, I guess. My camera was gonna die, and so I had to plug it in. Anyways, so continuing. So basically we went out to this restaurant, and my brother and I tried each other's food. He had scallops, and he gave me one of his scallops, and in return I gave him some of my steak filet mignon. And so the reason why I think it was the scallop that caused me to lose my barf streak instead of the filet mignon. You would think that it was the filet mignon because that was the main thing that I had, and the scallop was just like me trying something, you know. But I realized, I thought back, and I thought back to my history with scallops, and I don't barf very often, so like I don't eat scallops very often. But every time I've had a scallop, I have barfed from it. And at first I thought it was a coincidence, and I was a little bit skeptical to eat the scallop, but I decided it was a coincidence, so I ate it anyways. But then a few hours later I lost my barf streak and decided that it was too many times of barfing after I ate a scallop for it to be a coincidence. So I decided I'm never eating a scallop again. Also, both times this year that I lost my barf streak, it was from a scallop. And me going more than 2 years without barfing, and then suddenly losing my barf streak, and then 4 months later I lose it again. Like, I lose my barf streak twice in the same year. That's a little suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. Like, especially after going 2 whole years without barfing, and me having a history with barf streaks, and me having a history with scallops also. Like, that's a little bit suspicious. Like, don't you guys think it's suspicious? Like, I think so. And so after I lost my barf streak, I actually looked it up. I googled my little pickle that I was in, and I basically googled like I barf after I eat a scallop or something along those lines. And it's a thing. It's an actual thing. Basically, some people, they barf after they eat a certain seafood, and that happens to me with scallops and anything related to scallops. So with that said, I'm never gonna eat a scallop again in my life. Now, what I'm glad about is that I'm glad that this doesn't happen to me with salmon, because salmon is my favorite seafood ever. I love salmon. So, yeah. So I know that it's only scallops or anything related to scallops that it happens to me on. It doesn't happen to me with seafood in general, because I eat seafood a lot, and I've been fine a lot of the time. The only time that I barfed after eating seafood was with a scallop. So, yeah. So that is my video this week. I know it wasn't a skit, but this weekend I'm going to pre-film my next 2 videos, which hopefully will be a skit. They will be a skit as long as that's a theme. I need to check the themes, but you know, as long as it's a skit theme, then my next 2 videos will be a skit, because I'll be pre-filming them. So yeah, so I know this video was kind of all over the place and not my most, not my best video, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways, and I hope you guys understand. And also, I said I was gonna post last week's video like days ago, and that kind of didn't happen until days later. And I was at camp all week. I was at it wasn't an overnight camp, it was a day camp, but like I got back late and stuff, and like I didn't have a lot of time. So yeah, but at least I posted it, better late than never. And yeah, and at least I posted this week's video on time. And yeah, so anyways, if you guys want to be a good candidate for a shout out in next week's video, then don't forget to comment down below, what is your favorite seafood? Mine is definitely not scallops. I'll be staying away from those from now on. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. And don't forget to have a wowzerfying day filled with lots of wowzerness. And don't lose your barf streak from eating a certain seafood that makes you lose your barf streak. And yeah, so anyways, peace out, y'all. Woo!